Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proudly supporting kids in our community, and 7 Questions with Emmy.
Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. Today I'm here with Keli. She is the husbandry curator here at the East Idaho Aquarium. And we are in front of the shark tank right now.
I don't know if you're able to get this shot, but you saw the shark that just swam by. Those guys are called our black-tip reef sharks. So they'll get to be about another half a foot long or so. And they are the sharks in here that they have to keep swimming in order to breathe. All the other sharks that we have in here are able to lay on the ground. They can just kind of rest, not worry about swimming, and they're still able to breathe. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Okay, should we get started with the questions?
Absolutely.
Okay, question number 1. What is it like swimming with sharks every day?
So it's really fun to swim with the sharks. So what we'll do is that we'll get into our wetsuit so that way we can stay warmer as we have to be in the tank for longer periods of time. And we actually get in through the party room is on the other side of us. There's a ramp that goes up to the top of the shark tank. And we have a scuba gear. And so we're able to put the air hose into our mouths and we're able to jump into the tank. We're able to do what we have to do. So we clean the windows, we're moving the sand around. We're cleaning off the rocks in the intakes for the pumps. All that fun stuff. It's a very different experience when you're actually in the shark tank. It's kind of funny because you can actually hear more of the filtration that's running. Sometimes when we have a nurse shark in there, she's about 8 foot long. If she starts moving around, you can actually hear her rub up against the rocks in the sand, and you just kind of feel the power as she's moving around. But for the most part, they're really super friendly. The sharks don't even really care if you're in there or not. So I can get up pretty close to that nurse shark. I can get up close to the other sharks that are laying on the ground, and I can pet them if I wanted. And they're really cool because they feel very sandy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Question number 2. What is your favorite animal?
I have so many favorite animals here. So I would probably have to say the stingrays are one of my favorites. They're kind of like little puppy dogs, and they're so friendly, and they come up and they want to be pet and interacted with.
They were really hungry when we were here on Friday. We were trying to feed them, and they were splashing up trying to get food.
Exactly. I love it that they splash up and they're trying to wave at people, it seems like. So
It got my mom all wet.
Oh, good.
Question number 3. Have any animals ever hurt you or bit you?
Actually, yes. It's all usually my fault, though. It's me not paying attention. We have a few macaw birds. They're kind of the bigger birds. And trying to handle them a little bit, they have bitten me. We have a toucan. I was trying to, I needed to grab him so that way I could take some pictures of his beak. And he didn't really like that, so he bit me a little bit. It wasn't that bad, though. His beak is a lot more scary than his actual bite.
Yeah.
But the biggest one that was very interesting was the lionfish. I was cleaning the tank. I didn't see the lionfish, so I kind of hit my hand against one of his spines. And as you know, they're very venomous, and so it hurt for about an hour. It was kind of crazy. So that one's the craziest thing I've been stung by.
Yeah. Can you tell me about doctorfish?
Doctorfish are really cool. So their actual name is called the Gararufa. What they do is that they actually will come up. You can stick your hand into the tank that we have, and they'll come and clean the dead skin off your fingers.
We do that a lot when we come here.
It does, huh? It kind of tickles, doesn't it?
Yeah. My little brother, he stuck his hand in there. He thought it was just water, and then when the fish, he was like, "What?" Yeah.
They are surprising, yeah. So they really like to clean off the dead skin that's on your fingers. So that's what they do. A few states will use them as like pedicure fish or manicure fish. So there's some areas you could stick your feet in there. And I imagine that would tickle really bad.
Dad did that one time.
That's awesome.
How many animals are here at the aquarium?
We have, depends on how you want to count it, but we probably have several hundred. If you want to count the individual species of fish alone, that's going to be 200 or 300 fish just in the fish. We also have land animals, so we have tortoises and the parakeets and different types of birds.
You can hear the parakeets.
You can hear the parakeets. We have over 150 parakeets in that enclosure.
But if you counted them all separately, that'd be a lot.
It would be. I probably closer to 1,000, I would imagine. Because then you could also include corals. Corals are technically animals, and we have a lot of those.
Like living things, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of living things here.
We do, yeah. And then you could go around. We have snakes and insects, and we have a porcupine and a sloth as well. So.
We've only seen the sloth's butt because she usually stays in there.
Yeah, she likes to sleep in her house all day. So occasionally she comes out at about 11 o'clock. That's when she does her training. And she'll come into that party room and they'll actually paint with her and do like let people. The trainers are really good at handling her. If you wanted to do a private encounter with her, you could, and then you could feed her and you can pet her, and that's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should come here and try that. It would be fun. Yeah.
To do the encounters?
Yeah, the encounters.
Yes. So
We had a pass, but we lost our year membership or something, and so we didn't get to do it. And I really wanted to do it with the sloth, but we didn't get to.
Oh no! Well, you can do it with a year membership, or you can do it if you wanted to buy the encounter as well. And so you can do it that way as well. So with Wookiee or sloth, she costs about $75 a person. So she's the most expensive encounter we have.
Because she barely comes out.
Yeah, she's a little tricky and temperamental a little. She doesn't like to be pulled out a lot, so we can only pull her out twice.
Do you have to get a ladder and pull her out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so she's actually really cool. So our trainers have trained her really well. So they just grab a ladder and they grab this bin, and they're able to put the bin inside of the house, and she will actually go into the bin by herself. And so then they're able to safely carry her back down. And then they've really worked with her, so they're actually able to pick her up and carry her with their hands. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, it's way fun.
Yeah. Has anyone ever tried to steal an animal like a parakeet or something?
Not that I know of. I have seen a few customers, they'll pick up the animals and they'll kind of like, and we'll make sure that they're being careful and everything, of course, but I have not noticed anyone trying to steal an animal.
Like they could just grab a doctor fish and have a cup of water and put it in and just be like...
I guess they could, yes. We do have adventure guides, though, to help make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Can you share a piece of advice with me?
So I think my piece of advice would be just to take every opportunity you can to do anything you want. That's kind of how I got started with the aquarium. To tell you the truth, when I first started, I didn't really care for fish. I thought they were gross and slimy.
Yeah.
But I liked the idea of working at the aquarium because I liked the idea of working with the parakeets or the birds. And that's kind of how I started. So I took the opportunity to work here at the aquarium, and I have definitely grown as a person, as in my knowledge of all the animals. I've grown to actually really love the fish now. They're not as gross and disgusting as I remember them being. So I think that's my piece of advice, is just take every opportunity that's given to you and run with it.
Thank you so much for talking with me today.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. This has been fun.
Yeah, it has been fun. Make sure you come to the East Idaho Aquarium, and maybe you can meet Keli.
Yeah, I'm here a lot.
See her swimming with the sharks.
There you go. See the fun part of my job.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions and interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye.
Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proudly supporting kids in our community, and 7 questions with Emmy.